Hi, Karen with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a layout for Kitaholic Kits, and this is for the August 2022 kit. Hard to imagine it is August. It is just insane to think that it's August already this year. I decided I'd start off my video today. This is my first share for the month, so I thought I'd give you a bit of a preview on what you'll be getting in your kits if you haven't received them yet. I love this month's kit. It has got some wonderful Bo Bunny patterned paper, some beautiful rich tones, some of the more rainbowy type striped colours, some aquas, some navy blues with this beautiful Vicky Bouton. We've also got some Heidi Swap pattern paper as well, and it all tones in really, really well. I mean, I love that Heidi Swap pattern paper there. I'm staring at it going, oh man, what am I going to do? I don't want to use it. I don't want to cut into that. But I do like the B side of it as well. I love the more neutral tones of the black dots that it has. And I love this heart paper as well. And on the back side of that is a beautiful deep rich blue. And I'm just having a look. What I always do when I first do a sweep of any kit that I get is, what can I fussy cut? I love fussy cutting. So those beautiful florals from the Bo Bunny kit are perfect for that. I am probably at this stage thinking probably I won't fussy cut out the smaller flowers. I'll probably just fussy cut out the cluster type flowers. And then I moved into having a look at all the ephemera pieces, and this first ephemera piece is from an Obed Marshall collection, and it works beautifully with all these pattern papers from different collections. That's one awesome thing how Steph actually curates the kits. You can really see some of the tones are absolutely perfectly matched. I'm really loving that little film frame piece there, and there's some gold ephemera pieces as well, so touches of gold. So yeah, great ephemera pieces in there with the florals that will go perfectly with the pattern papers as well. And this ephemera packet is from Maggie Holmes. I love the actual packaging for that, so I'm starting to think, well, maybe I'll use the packaging. This one for me, I will be honest, I'll put my hand up. I absolutely struggle with tags. I think I've mentioned that in previous videos in the past. Tags are not my friend. I don't know why. I know a lot of people use tags a lot, and they do the most amazing things with them. So I am going to challenge myself to use some of these tags because the colors of these tags are absolutely brilliant. And one of the good things about these ones is you can use them for, you don't need to necessarily use them as a tag. They'll be great for backing some photos and all that sort of stuff as well. And because I don't write a lot of journaling on my layouts, that's where tags, I think that's probably where I do struggle, because when you're using tags, you tend to often put journaling or whatever, and I don't do journaling on my front pages. So yeah, they don't really necessarily fit with how I go with doing things, but never fear, I will absolutely use some tags in my layouts this month. We also get those stickers from the Pink Fresh Studio. We also get some puffy stickers from Jan Hadfield, I think they were, and they are gorgeous. Love them. I love a puffy sticker. And we got a couple of large size doilies as well. Our mixed media kit this month is this gorgeous stencil by Marlene. I don't actually own any of the Marlene products, so I was really happy to get this in the mail. And we get two gorgeous mousse paste as well, in sort of like a deepish sort of maroni, almost purpley. No, yeah, it's more maroon than purple, and gold as well. So I hope you're going to have heaps of fun playing with this kit this month. So let's get on to my layout. I've done a sweep and had a look at what I'm going to use on this layout, and I'm going to feature this gorgeous pattern paper. I think this one was from Bo Bunny, and I thought the florals would work perfectly with this one. And I'm thinking I want to create a sort of a wreath on the page, not a full wreath, so it's not going to take it's going to be a half wreath, and I'm just starting to have a little bit of a play there. I've also laid out in my little plate there, just because we have so much to choose from, I got this idea from a fellow friend to do a bit of a sweep before I start my layouts, and it sort of takes some of the decisions away, which is awesome because I can faff around quite a lot. So I've just picked out a few of the tags that I'm thinking I'm going to back my photo with, and a couple of ephemera pieces as well, some florals and things like that. So I know I want to do a little bit of mixed media. I really want to use the gold paste that we got in the kit. And so I just used my pencil there just to mark around just where I think ultimately the flowers will land. And the stencil that I'm using for this layout today is from a previous mixed media kit. I wanted to create a bit of a vine effect. So this is one of the Vicky Bouton stencils that we got a couple of months ago. I think this is from the Fernwood collection. And it's in this section of the stencil. It has sort of like a vine sort of feel to it. So I sort of masked off the area with just a wide piece of washi tape, so I didn't go any further than that. It was very, very helpful. And I'm just placing and sliding that through through this. Oh my goodness. I am sliding and smushing through the paste with my little palette knife there. And that palette knife we also got in a previous mixed media kit as well. So ultimately, I'll be sitting the florals on top of this. So I know some of this is going to be covered up. So I didn't dry it on my way through. So some of the areas are a little bit squashed together, but I know that's no big deal because they'll be covered up. Ultimately, I just want those vines and florals just to sort of peek out between the flowers as when I start putting those onto the page. So I'm just adding in some more paste onto the right-hand side. I'm going to put a little bit of a cluster on that right-hand side just to sort of even out the page as well. And then I'm going to finish off my mixed media component with some white Dina Wakley gloss spray. It is definitely one of my favourite whites. One of the great things about this spray ink, and I'm pretty sure there's still some available in store, is that it will sit on top of your layouts as such, and it will stay true white. So that doesn't always happen with and because it's an acrylic paint, that's why it stays that way. So I'm just sitting that aside because I'd really like it to dry naturally. Because it's an acrylic paint, it can buckle and blister a little bit if you do use a heat gun. Now, I often just finish off my drying pieces with my heat gun because I get really impatient. I'm not a big... when I do my mixed media layouts, or even when I'm doing an even normal layout without mixed media, I really like to do my layouts in one sitting, maybe two. I get really bored really quickly, and I find that I lose track of what I was planning to do. So I try to actually do my layouts in one sitting if I can. There's a little bit into my psyche of how my brain works when I'm creating. So I've just flipped forward a little bit here, so you didn't have to sit there watching me stick down those flowers. So I have popped all of those floral clusters up on some foam, and I've also given them some dimension by just using my fingers and sort of curling up the edges as well. And you'll see here now, that's what I was meaning around the mousse, the paste. Mixed media, just being able to poke through and underneath those florals just to give a little bit of dimension as well. And I really, really love how that's turned out. So I've also popped my photo up on some foam as well, and I've backed it with a couple of the tags from the Maggie Holmes ephemera pack. And that circle piece there was in the ephemera pack as well, and I wanted to make sure that it was sort of tied back onto both sides of the layout. So I've cut it in half and just put the semicircles on both of those clusters. The cluster on the right hand side, I have also put some of the floral pieces up on some foam as well. And I pretty much leave that alone after that. It's just really a subtle thing and just to make sure that it gives balance to the page. And I just want to add in just a few more ephemera pieces just to enhance a little bit of the floral wreath that I've got going here. I popped that little camera on the right-hand bottom corner there. And I'm adding in a couple of the florals as well that have got the gold foil just to tie back to the gold of the mixed media. And it's at this stage I have no idea. I often scrap myself into a corner is what I call it. I don't know where I'm going to put my title. So I had an idea that I might put it in the middle of the two wreath sort of components, but I didn't want to put a really long title. I just wanted this photo just to be sort of a really short, sharp title. It's just a basic shot. There's nothing special about the photo, but I love this girl. This is my bestie's, one of her daughters, and I love creating layouts for my favorite girls. And so I went along and decided just to use the title Shine. That was part of the ephemera pieces as well. And I thought that was a really nice way. I've just nestled that in onto the wreath as well. And I'm really, really happy with how this is starting to turn out. I love that pink tone of the pattern paper. I love the dimension that I've created here with the florals. And I'm just finishing off the layout with a little bit more of the white splatters as well. And you'll see there I did put some splatters on her face because I moved that plastic around. I just don't really care that I do that anymore. I do it all the time. I just try not to get myself too worked up about it. It's all the part of just showing that it's homemade, I guess. I will leave in the description box below all the details on where you can purchase this month's kit. If you'd also like to subscribe to getting the kits every month to arrive in your mailbox every month, we also have a private subscriber Facebook group where we share and sometimes we have competitions, we have sketch challenges, and we just love chatting with everyone there as well. So you get to get some exclusive access to cut files and some printouts as well, so cutouts for layouts and all sorts of things. So I'll leave all the links below. And here's my finished layout. I did finish with a little bit of gold splattering as well. Can't help myself, needs a little bit more. I've got some close-ups for you. As always, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope I've given you some inspiration to create with your kit this month. Have a great creative couple of weeks, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.